There they are then, Spider. Your mates and my little team. I like being there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, very nice. The little fella's quite a little fella now.
Your big girl's quite a big girl, too, isn't she?
Oh, yeah.
Sure then, lads. Look after yourselves.
We'll see you again.
Come and say hello, Spider. The old lady'd appreciate it.
Sure.
Great.
Hello.
Right.
Hello, I'm...
Oh, very nice.
Hello, Dad.
Yes. This is Spider Scott I told you about. A good mate in this cell. He don't smoke, don't snore, only fart on Sundays.
Oh.
Hello. Well, I'll be seeing you around, all right?
Bye-bye.
Hello, matey. How are you?
All right, you?
What's all this then? Reward for not drinking?
Jonathan, do you want to go?
Why not?
Good to see you.
Hey! How's life in the big wide world these days?
Bloody.
It always is when I get out.
It's worse. The paper's cut my expenses. Income tax has got efficient. VAT's a killer. We've got a beef mountain, a wine lake, and your bitter's up to 30p a pint.
30p? That's 6 bob.
Tonic water's 15. You're better off back there. I'm seriously thinking about it.
All right, not me. I had the wool fever this time. I don't know how I managed the last 6 months. How's Maggie?
Fine to see you.
Hold tight then.
Thank you, Daniel.
Morning, sir. Handel's Organ Concerto No. 2
You had it announced in your car radio.
in B flat major. Yes, I did actually, but I still know it.
You read the papers this morning?
I read my paper, yes, sir.
This.
Yes, Rin's intervention will certainly help. I'm glad, aren't you, sir? Although I suppose you knew all about it when he was over here.
We persuaded South Africa to appoint him as a mediator.
Excellent. Couldn't have got in a better chap. I really enjoyed looking after him. Most civilized man.
It's a pity you didn't look after him better, Colonel.
I beg your pardon, sir.
What in hell's name do you mean by taking him to a diplomatic clip joint like Pater's Restaurant?
He asked me to take him.
Why?
Because they serve the best kebabs in London.
You ass.
Morning, Trevor. How are you?
Not as fit as you look, kid.
May I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been waiting for 3 years to do this.
Oh, I was half expecting you. One of the hounds said you got your parole at Balfour.
Really? Wonder how you knew.
Oh, he knows everything, doesn't he? Back in a jiff.
Yep. Whoa. Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, that tastes even better. Whoa. Don't know what you're missing.
I do. You're going to come down to earth in a minute.
I'm already there, friend. Feet firmly on the ground. You fixed up Charlie Warren?
Yep, we're meeting him for lunch at Pater.
Bye, Spider. Nice to see you again.
Hello there, Bill, yeah.
Right, I'm getting into the office.
Okay, lunch party's on me, all right?
No, it's fixed.
Oh, come on, I've
Now,
got a
listen,
lot of money.
I'm going to call you a criminal contact. Charge it.
All right, then. Cheers.
Here's your authority, up to 20,000.
Thank you, sir.
Take it to Coots. And be glad it's not coming out of your pension.
Extracurricular services can be very expensive, sir.
That's why you're employed, Fairfax, to avoid this kind of expenditure.
I never anticipated...
It's your job to anticipate. The greater part of security is protecting people from themselves.
How long have I got, sir?
Thursday morning.
Only 3 days.
The talks start on Friday.
Of course.
United. Well, United and Norwich. Yeah, good team.
Enjoy your holiday then.
Tell me funny, Bullman.
I'm not. 4 years, out in 3. One of them on a farm in the country. Oh, that can't be bad, eh? Buy us a drink then.
Pint of special, please, Trevor.
No, I'll have a Nigerian lager, Squire.
How's George?
Oh, well, thanks, Trev. And pleased to see my beamish boy here.
You wouldn't harass him in my house, would you, Sarge?
What? I bought him a ticket for the test match.
First session wouldn't taste the same without Bullman. What's the text this time?
Same as usual. Cheers.
Cheers.
See, a bent brief and a parole don't make you an honest citizen, Spider. You've got a job to go to.
Now I have.
Antique picture business. How'd you buy your way in?
Oh, leave off it, will you?
Why? My reckoning, you still owe the government another 150 years.
Look, just because I bought you a drink, that doesn't mean I've got to talk to you as well, you know.
You, been catching up on the news, then?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Still a sergeant, are we?
And then you'll be off to see this bird.
Yeah?
Oh, she's all right.
Yeah, I know she's all right. Yeah,
No spots. In fact, she's glowing.
yeah I hope so.
They do tell me she's had quite a few gentlemen callers since you've been away.
I don't mind, Sergeant. As long as she can still find time for me.
Well, perhaps you'll tell me what's going on. What's Bullman playing at, Willis?
He called in on the car radio.
What for? Mary?
He's down Westbourne Grove.
That's way outside his manor. I want him here.
We were arrested.
Oh, save it, Willis. Hold it. He's out privateering again.
Sir?
So get him. Cummins speaking. Yes, Mr. Fairfax. Oh, Colonel, yes, of course. Yes, we have met. Cabinet security? Yes, I see. Well, certainly. 2 o'clock suit? Fine. All right, goodbye.
Coming. Some champagne in the fridge. I was about to come round to Trev's with a club to collect you.
Shut up and grab hold of this.
What?
Flowers. You naughty girl.
George, the duty officer A Division got me out of bed at 3 o'clock this morning with the story that one of my sergeants was drug busting outside his own patch. And now it's in writing.
I know the team. They've been pushing over on our patch. I know them all by sight.
Can you write a memorandum?
Yes, sir.
I'm glad, because they've got release lawyers on it. They think you were a bit heavy-handed.
I had them scoring, sir.
Leave it, George. You'll blow us all to kingdom come. How's Spider Scott?
He's fit and full of himself.
Leave him. We don't provoke parolees.
I'd like to put him away for good.
I'd like to grow my own bananas. I'd like to cruise around the Med in a yacht. But life's unfair, Bullman. Let me have your report.
Yes, sir.
So they packed me off to the Criminal Research Centre at Colhurst. Oh, it's a beautiful place. Oh, it's a farm, really. Trout stream, tennis courts, swimming pool. Oh, a wonderful library. It's more like a country club than a Nick.
Wow.
4 4-hour tests a day. And an essay on a subject they gave you, you know, like my family or rainy day. Like at school.
What I want to be when I grow up.
Yes, it was a sophisticated form of ink blot, I suppose.
Well, what are you going to be when you grow up?
Oh, a big deal, Erin. Indian miniatures, and callow prints, and Joras and Goyas, Uccellos, the odd Leonardo.
Good boy. Dead straight, of course.
Oh, yeah, dead straight. Yeah, I've had enough this time.
Why did they send you to this holiday camp for anyway?
Well, they'd found I'd got this extra male chromosome.
Well, I could have told them that.
No. Female genes are designated X and male are Y, right? Well, in a straight, normal male profile, it's XY, but...
You're bisexual.
No. I'm XYY. And it isn't sexual.
Oh. Well, as long as it isn't sexual. What's it mean?
Well, no one's quite sure what it means.
Oh, charming.
But some psychiatrists believe that XYYs have a predisposition to acts of violence against property.
You mean it's your blood that takes you out on the job?
Well, the theory interests me. I like the job. Excites me.
We enjoy spending the money you get in the south of France.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, no more of that. I've got to talk to Warren.
Well, I'm a hungry tart who's been invited to lunch at Pater's.
Come on, then. Up you get.
So the geezer floats in wearing a raccoon coat with 2 paintings under his arm and asks, do I fancy an early juror? Too right, I said. As long as we're talking about an Albrecht of Nuremberg, 1471 to 1528. I don't know of another one, he said. And he took this oak panel out of a brown paper carrier bag. It's like that. And it is very, very nice. I said, here's white, gold, black, 4 monks and Dominic's passing away, scroll and virgin, bottom left. And I said, yeah, I like that, sir. It's very, very nice. Excellent. You want it, he said? What do you think about 316,000? Smashing, I said. And a very fair price. Except that the original is hanging in the Landers Museum in Darmstadt.
Was it a fake, Charlie?
Hang about. So he says, cool as you like. Oh, no, this is the 1493 version. I said, son, it's the 1976 version, because if you had it X-rayed, you'll find it is brand spanking new.
Oh, don't these look nice? Better than all the food I've been having.
We're in the warehouse.
You think all right, Mr. Warren?
Terrific, love. You tell George everything is terrific.
Well, what do you do then, Charlie? Nick 'em?
You don't nick 'em. You just got to know the work, son. Knowledge is power. Now, if you've been knocking out Antoine Varard woodcuts, you don't fall into the bargain Stradivarius. Now, you know the Indian miniatures, your moguls, your Mugals, and your Baba the Great. Me, I know nothing. But I know they were coming line.
I want an expert. Yes. What do you think of that lot? Well, they're all pretty good. You can scratch this fellow, Van Hogue. He was found in the customs shed at Heathrow carrying out a load of gold in a forklift. Terry Winnick. No, too old and too fly. And his old woman won't let him out after dark. I assume your man will have to work after sunset.
What about the second name on the list?
William Scott. The story there is he's had enough.
Really? Colhurst Research Centre says he's an ex-YY man. Do you believe in that theory?
Load of old cobblers. The parole board says he's going straight.
Well, I want to talk to him.
He's only been out 4 hours.
So?
So why not give him a break, Colonel?
I need him.
I'm here to catch villains, not to encourage them.
Sorry.
At least you might tell me what you want him to do.
Unfortunately, Superintendent, that is not possible.
Come on, baby, why not?
Because I'm busy this evening.
Listen, we'll go somewhere nice. You choose. Anywhere you like.
Thanks, baby, I'm busy.
It's your evening off, Marco told me.
Yes, and I'm going home to sleep, which means I'm busy. Honestly.
Right then, Maestro. £4 each. We'll give it a spin.
All right, cheers, Charlie, and thanks. Here's to the business.
It's a start.
Ray. Now, where's Ray? Ray?
Thanks, Marco.
When you gonna go?
Well, as soon as I've got my jabs and sorted out my parole, I could be in Calcutta by Monday.
Great lunch.
Oh, that's the first kids I've touched for 2 years.
What?
We're not allowed to handle them where I've been.
Why?
Oh, forget it.
Little siesta, baby.
No, I've got to phone Bluey.
Spoil sport.
I've got to pick up my money. I'm in business now. Got to look after the business.
You haven't said what you think about that.
What?
you like my plants?
Yeah. Oh, they are. Louis? Spider. Bloody terrific, yeah. Oh, you haven't, have you? How's things?
Spider?
Hang on. What is it?
There's a man out there.
Listen, I've got to go.
There's a
Yeah, I'll be over
man
in about
in
an hour.
my
all right?
garden with a dog. Bloody cheek.
Miss Parsons,
Yes?
I hope I didn't give you a fright. You were out when I called, so I thought I'd wait in the garden. A very pleasant garden.
What do you want?
Your upstairs neighbour let me in.
She's got no right, especially with a dog.
I did rather persuade her. I have urgent business with Mr. Scott.
It's news to me.
I hope so. He's a well-mannered little beast, so perhaps you wouldn't mind if I held him.
What kind of business?
I want you to do a little job for me.
Why me?
You're highly recommended.
Really? By whom?
Reason? Everyone. Your reputation's unbounded.
Who are you?
I'm offering £10,000 for 2 hours' work.
Bloody hell.
That's, good wages.
Competitive?
Certainly is, yeah.
Well, what do you say? In principle?
No. I'm retired. I'd refused if I hadn't any, because I don't like smart Alecs with dogs that sweet-talk their way into people's flats without having the manners to telephone or show their credentials. On principle.
There wasn't time for formalities.
I don't know what your form is, sir. But the formalities are half of my job.
Right. 3,000 down,
I'll finish.
and an air ticket, and 7,000 in any currency you like.
Should have you flogging Concord, shouldn't they, mate? Go on, op it.
It's a lot of bread.
Is he going to leave, or do I have to sling him out?
At last. Superintendent Cummins, please. My name is Fairfax. Thank you. Hungry, Roger? Hungry? Dawson's cooking brisole and pomme dauphine for dinner. Like that, old man? Superintendent Cummins? Yes, it is. Quite right. The subject's being recalcitrant. No, I want him. I think we should induce a more flexible attitude. Anything you like? I'd be very much obliged. Goodbye.
Mary, get me Sergeant Bullman.
Oh, this is luxury, Bluey.
Yes, love. Client's desk, client's armchairs, client's pictures, all flat.
Oh, I like it.
So do I, love. Right, let's get the money over, then we can talk. You're four and $1,000 on top.
Oh, you don't have to. It was an ordinary loan.
Inflation and appreciation. Mine. You bought the lighting, love. How about a client's drink?
Oh, no, thank you.
Client's cigar? You still off the hard stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, so am I. Oh, I'll tell you what. I've got some Soho Madeira. It's a real treat.
Why not?
Yeah, I'm doing well, my old spider. And I'd be a bloody liar if I said I didn't like it.
You'll be a mug.
Yeah, too right.
Cheers.
Cheers. How long this trip?
Oh, no, I've turned in the card. I'm going shopping in Calcutta on Monday for Indian miniatures. Selling them through Charlie Warren's.
Oh, they came from Warren's.
Oh, yeah? Above board, are they?
Favourite. Oh, crime's gone, Dad. Finish this football. There's no laughs anymore, no fun. All you've got's a load of madmen running about with shooters, being chased by the law with shooters. All your villains are politicos. IRAs are robbing the banks, and the Freedom Brigade, whoever they are, captured a pay. You read that in the Standard yesterday.
What?
2 jock nationalists held up a chippy in Camberwell with a bloody hand grenade. Well, where's the joke in that, Dad? Because what it comes down to is old Bill can't distinguish. He collars you climbing through some tough MP's window, and you find yourself being beaten up on a political ticket.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I got out just right.
I should have joined you on that photographic course.
The old Polly. Ah, they were all nutters there too, though. I was so straight. Believe me. Still, it was worth it. I make more in a month on this lot than I ever made with the heavy mop. I bought the house in Weybridge. I've got 2 nice boys, and it's all legit. OK, so I still knock out a bit of porn now and again. That's almost kosher these days.
Still with Big Betty, are you?
Of course. And what's the point in changing? Anyway, I don't like models or actresses. All skin and grief.
You don't half enjoy leading on people, Sarge. Warren didn't know what hit him.
Yeah, but for my money, he's as bad as Scott. Bent as a corkscrew, Derek, my old darling. Only sneaky with it.
Where to now?
Back to the Nick. When I was in the military place in Germany, a long time ago now, there's a programme on American Forces Network called Music's No Mystery.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, the signature tune was by Duke Ellington.
I didn't know you liked jazz, Sarge.
I don't. But, so I could never work it out. And now I have. I'm reading a book by a Spanish bloke called Unonomo. I don't understand much of what he says, Derek, but what he does say is that everything's the opposite to what it seems.
Well, I suppose you could say that, Sarge.
Yeah, you see, he says that things are not what they seem, but what they are, which is, by definition, the opposite to what they do seem. It's called a paradox, Derek.
This is psychology for your promotion exam, Sarge.
I know, Willis, and it's not psychology, it's philosophy. Helps you understand why people change orders and contradict themselves. Makes you accept mysteries.
Oh, yeah.
Well, take your coat off.
Well, I really came round to take Spider down the Cardinal for a beer.
I know, he phoned. He's meeting Charlie Warren at the gallery.
Oh, really? Well, I'll go and wait for him down there.
You know you're not allowed to drink, so wait here.
I'm going to do an article on him for the column. Get him some publicity for this Indian trip.
What's the matter?
Nothing.
There is, I know you, Ray.
Only work. I think journalism's had me. Got days when I'd hardly pick up the phone, let alone talk to anybody.
You're not worrying about you and me, are you?
Actually, I am, if you want to know.
Come on, love.
No, mate. I'm going to tell him about us.
Very nice little collection you've got here, Mr. Warren. That's a very nice little sketch. Picasso, indeed.
Quite fair. Come to the Somerset Maugham collection. The writer.
So I believe.
Well, I never read none of his books, but he had some lovely pictures. And what's interesting about this one is it happens to be virtually unknown. The old fella kept it at his villa in Cape Ferrat, south of France, but because he didn't like it, he hung it in the maid's bedroom. Be with you in a minute, Spider.
Excuse me. Good evening, Mr. Scott. I hoped I'd find you here. Excuse me, Mr. Warren. I wanted to apologize for this afternoon. I was very rude.
What are you doing here?
My card, in case you change your mind.
Well, it's very flattering, Mr. Fairfax. Afraid there's no chance.
Oh, very well then. Goodbye. Thank you, Mr. Warren. I liked your sketch. Wish it was hanging in my bedroom.
Thank you, sir. Who is that geezer?
I don't know. Some punter that wants me to do a job for him. I never met him before today.
Come in the office.
Right.
Feeling better?
Nope. Don't like smoking when I'm depressed.
Oh, it's better than drink.
I mean, you wanted one.
Well, I can't smoke with Spider around.
He's right.
What's with you? You're always different. You're always on the move. You never stay in one flat for long. You never stay with one bird for long. Yeah, those 2 months you were with me, I really thought we could have made it. I'd even have finished with Spider. I still would if you'd give it a proper try.
I can't live with anybody.
Yeah, you prefer whores, you dirty bastard. I saw you chatting up that slag at Pater's.
Maybe.
You weren't unfaithful when you were with me.
How'd you know?
Well, I can tell.
That's all right.
I don't know. Tell Spider I'll ring him tomorrow.
You're going to be sensible, aren't you, Ray? I mean, it would only hurt him.
Yeah, I said so.
Well, you better take this, then.
Ah, my Mrs. Bean.
Yes, I found it this morning. Nostalgia, you know. Something else.
Thought I banked it.
In the name of P.G. Reynolds.
Pen name, darling.
Spider, my son, I could have told you I was buying a collection of Georgian glass. I could have told you I was buying Chopin's piano.
Right.
And you wouldn't have believed me.
Right.
It's a day at the races, £4 grand. Answer that phone, love.
Let's get it straight, shall we, Charlie? Ballman told you himself? He warned you off?
Yeah.
You've never met that Fairfax before?
On my baby's life, he come in here 2 minutes before you did.
Crazy, isn't it?
It's a real nose. But you see where I stand, Spider? Any break-in of any house with a Charlie Warren picture on the wall and Ballman's in here asking questions. That is his promise.
Yeah.
I'm vulnerable. I can't afford it, son. I'd be finished.
I'm going to have that, Ballman. I'm going to find out what's going on.
Oh, tread easy. Be careful, son.
Someone's put the boot in. I can't work for anyone in this game now.
That's about the strength of it.
Mr. Warren.
Routine DI-5 report.
Rumour around the bistros. They don't know what her background was.
No, she's not.
Shall we pick her up?
I think that'll give substance to the rumour, don't you?
Well, nothing about the photographs.
Just a silly girl bursting to her friends.
Well, if one of our chaps have heard the talk, you can bet someone else has. There'll be a lot of interested parties. KGB, CIA, and the South African intelligence services.
The Rhodesian Black Underground's pretty active in London as well. It's their second home.
I think it best to hand the whole thing over to DI5 while we're still ahead of the field.
But then everybody will know about it.
I'm talking about a get-out, sir.
How do you mean?
Well, cover the tracks, send the girl home.
Yes?
Our South African friend retires with a diplomatic indisposition, loss of a good man through...
So what? Viral rhinitis, I suppose. He retires to an orange farm in Natal to breed landrace pigs. You're an ass, Fairfax. Recent events have convinced the South Africans they've got to pull their fingers out. Now they've appointed a negotiator of Van Ryn's caliber, we can't allow his position to be undermined because of a 10-minute tumble with the black lady.
Yes, sir.
This is a one-off job, Fairfax, no fuss. I want that negative, that's all. What's your progress?
I believe we've found our man, sir.
Excellent. You're retiring soon. It'd be nice if we left on a high note.
Yes, sir.
Perhaps might find you another job. I believe you lost a packet on the market recently. And you do have 2 ex-wives to support.
That's correct, sir. But I must warn you, you could fall flat on your face over this.
Oh, no, Fairfax. I'll fall flat on yours.
You're making up for lost time.
And this guy was at the gallery waiting.
Talking to Warren, yeah?
Couldn't have told you then.
No. Mind you, Maggie did tell him that Warren and I were in business together.
So that's where he knew you'd be. He probably waited, went in, and was prepared to wait again. That's how I do it. I call it doorstepping.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Cheers.
That looks a baffle. Famous man in your line of business. Hatton Garden job. Big Tom, man. Spider, the drain pipe. Yeah. But everybody knows you're free. Down to big bidders.
And you don't think that's worth a story?
Sorry, old love, I don't. I mean, what's it about? The ex-con who can't go straight because Sergeant Borman CID warns off his business partner. That angle won't work because Warren won't stand it up.
No, he won't.
Well, the ex-con's being tempted back to the paths of unrighteousness by some hooray amateur punter. Probably wants his compromising letters recovered. What's his name again? Tell you what, I'll hang on to this. See if I can find out who he is when I got him out.
Borman should be exposed, Ray. It's malice.
I'm not surprised. You've not exactly done him any favours.
You reckon as I've got in the way of his promotion? I'm going to complain to Superintendent Cummins.
You're crazy. Look, you should take Maggie away on a holiday. You've only been out a day.
Rubbish.
Go and get yourself a suntan.
No, I'm staying here where the action is. Do you want another drink?
Yeah, they'll just make you belch. Well, I best get moving. Working today.
More interesting story than mine.
That wouldn't be difficult. Some little girl, it seems. Been having it away with a foreign diplomat.
Yeah. I'll give you a ring tonight.
Yeah.
About Cummins.
Right.
Oh, Trev, I'll have another one of those.
Miss Parsons, Miss Margaret Parsons.
Yes, what do you want?
We're CID officers, miss. Can I come in for a moment?
Look, I've only just got up.
I'm Sergeant Borman, miss. We have met. I prefer to talk inside. Saves embarrassment for the neighbours.
Scott? Yes, all right, I'll see him. Fetch him up, will you? Oh, let me have his file first.
What is your occupation, Miss Parsons?
You know what I do.
I want you to tell me. Will you?
No. And if you want something specific, say so.
You're not hostile to the police,
I
are you,
bloody
miss?
am to you, Sergeant Bullman.
Dear, dear, dear. That's not very clever, is it? Especially when you cohabit with a well-known criminal.
He's not a criminal now.
How do you know? He's only been out 24 hours. That's a very interesting book, huh? And I take it that Scott is your steady lover. You don't object to the term lover, do you? I mean, you're not his wife or his sister, are you, miss?
Look, we know about you and Warren, and you're being reported.
Oh? To Inspector Denman or to Chief Superintendent Cummings?
And the parole board.
Oh, dear, dear, dear. The parole board as well. Well, I shall have to watch my step then, won't I? Everything by the book. I see you enjoy a little smoke.
What do you mean?
Filters for joints, Miss Parsons. We shall have to get our doggy down here, won't we? See what he can sniff out. Never mind. It'll keep. See, what we're inquiring into is stolen minor works of art. I take it you have receipts and provenances for everything on display here.
Yes.
Good. Let's have the shopping list then, shall we, Derek? Tar? Let's start with this Lalique bowl. That nice? No, signed. As I remember rightly, a Mr. T. Farley of Holland Park lost a Lalique bowl, amongst many other things, last Christmas Eve.
Look, I got it round the corner in Portobello Market.
Got the receipt handy?
Off a stall, and I don't always get receipts off stalls.
Victimization.
Bullman.
Why pick on Bullman, Scott? He's only a sergeant, does what he's told. You could say I've got it in for you if that's how you want to put it.
And I thought it was a malice of a stupid copper who'd been passed over for promotion.
Really?
Why? Haven't you read my reports?
Oh, yes. But I'm in crime prevention, Scott. I'm not having you in a high-risk business. Oh, come on, grow up. Look at the information you'd have access to.
Prison's a deterrent, Superintendent. I had gate fever this time. I'm not going back there again.
Try another trade, Spider, but don't apply to the Bank of England.
Don't deserve your reputation, Mr. Cummings. There's some people about who say you give them a fair crack of the whip.
Yes, I can do.
What else can I do? I got my degree in there, Nick. Didn't you read that in the reports?
History of art. Useful subject for a specialist cracksman. They used to learn plumbing in less sophisticated days.
Yeah, I can see the sophisticated days haven't impinged themselves upon this shop. What you going to do, ban the subject from the curriculum?
Now, come on, get off your high horse, Scott. You've been to prison 3 times, probation before that, and that's just what's in the book. You're a crafty bastard, so don't come to me crying victimization. You put yourself there. Self-righteous indignation doesn't suit your form.
Thanks for marking my card. What do you want me to do, muck about in an oil rig?
Delighted. But you get no special privileges in West London.
Right.
Oh, by the way, we're inquiring about a burglary at Holland Park last Christmas.
Oh, yes, you'd do well to hang that on me, wouldn't you? I was in nick at the time.
We got most of the big stuff back, but the flotsam, it's beginning to turn up around the markets.
So?
So, don't go slanging my boys when they pay a visit on your lady friend asking for proof of ownership. On your bike.
Not doing very well, are you, miss? See, it's not just for us you have to keep your books straight. We're thinking about the income tax and the VAT.
Look, it's not for resale.
What, another for the private collection?
That's right.
She's the antique dealer who's got nothing for sale.
Well, there's those 2 pictures.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. 2 pictures for sale. You did say you hadn't got another shop or warehouse or offices, didn't you, miss?
Yes.
I don't know how you make a living, miss. Still, I think we will tell our friends at Customs and Excise. They do enjoy these interesting cases.
They're bastards.
See you later, will you?
Should you bloody try.
Anything in it, sir?
Nah, Derek, she's just a cowboy that doesn't pay her income tax.
What about the pot?
We'll see. We're just finishing, sir. Would you mind waiting in that room for a moment?
The bedroom? I've come for lunch.
Just for a moment, sir. We're police officers.
I will if Miss Parsons wants me to.
No, I don't. They've been going over my things.
Have you a warrant?
It's just an inquiry, sir.
What's your rank, officer?
Are you a dealer, sir?
Name, rank, number, and division.
Give us another St. Clement's marker. And don't spare the orange juice. It's me, not one of the William Hickey boys.
The other reporters, they don't come in there so often these days.
Cut our expenses. I'm bleeding to death.
Maybe you better have this one with me, eh?
Why not?
Why not? Who cares? A lot of fun's gone out of life, eh, Mr. Ray? It's no fun anymore.
You're all right. You come from a farm in Florence.
Listen, if I had a farm in Florence, I'd open a bar.
Back in
Lucy. You've got to get out. No, I'm not kidding. They're going to do you.
Someone rang me this morning. I didn't answer.
Yeah, that was me. The word's out on you.
Oh, Christ. What am I going to do?
Now, you're booked on the 6 o'clock flight to Kingston. It's time to visit your grandma.
How come?
Got your plane ticket and £200 cash. Just want you to tell me who took the photograph.
Oh, I don't know.
Now, listen, Lucy. I may not be able to help you soon. Now, you leave. You wait for me outside. I'll follow.
What about George?
Be there.
One St. Clement's.
Thanks, Marcellino.
She's a stupid whore, Ray. Excuse me.
I know.
You know me? I'm the king of the wise monkeys.
Good drink.
Sure. Whoever you are, Fairfax, it's difficult to be rude to a man who brings his own lunch.
And flowers.
You know, you remind me of the Brigadier.
What regiment was he in?
No, he was a con man. He sold Harrods lock, stock and barrel to Sheikh Faisal.
Oh, well, perhaps that's my future, Mr. Scott. Have you got any glasses, Miss Parsons?
Yes, I think I put that food out in some plates.
Any more thoughts about my offer?
Yes, and the answer's no. I'm sorry.
I could run to 15,000.
15,000 now? What's the job?
We want you to recover something that's been stolen from us.
You sound like Ian Fleming.
Less exotic, but similar.
Well, why didn't you tell me that when you first came here?
You didn't give me a chance.
Isn't that Charlie Warren's?
I'm still making up my mind.
Yeah, well, you got the police to lean on me. You tricky sod.
Oh, you weren't the only candidate.
Superintendent Cummins, eh?
The police know nothing about this. It's far too important to have men like Cummins and Bullman flat-footing around.
You devious bastard.
I could perhaps minimize the possibility of your being caught, but I can give you no protection if you are.
You don't give much away, do you?
Not yet.
What am I stealing?
It doesn't matter to you. It's in a safe, but it's of no intrinsic value.
Oh, don't give me all that. No intrinsic value. All right, then make it 20 grand.
$15,000. You break in, you get out, and hand me an envelope when you come out. That's it, nothing more.
How about opening the safe?
Very easy, and it's a very ancient safe. Good grief, man, the going rate for patriotism used to be $5 bob a day. I might be able to get a colleague of mine to convince Superintendent Cummins of your new rectitude. Yes, I think that's just about right now.
That's if I don't get caught.
I don't see why you should. I wouldn't be going into this if I thought you wouldn't get away with it.
All right, then £15,000 sterling. To be paid into a Dublin bank in the name of James O'Hara. I can't be doing with all this Swiss business.
Right.
To be paid now.
Good, I trust you.
Yeah. Seeing as I'm hanging on to my parole by my fingertips, you can afford to, can't you?
Sign those, will you? All three and the date.
Shouldn't I read this first?
You can if you like. It's a formal deposition of the Official Secrets Act.
I've never worked under contract before. What's it going to be then?
I want you to burgle the Chinese legation.